Hey friend, how you doing? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Just remember that this reading is of general nature. So if you felt called here, perhaps there's a special message for you. Not everything may resonate, but you know, I feel Spirit does a pretty good deed and lets you know quickly whether this is for you or not. All right, let's connect in. Let's see what I don't know why I even said he. There we go. He has to say. Interesting. Okay. On that note, Pisces, I'm thinking, and just so you're aware, my membership is closing and I am creating like a new chapter. I think a lot of us are going through a lot of change and paying attention to what people need, what support people come to me for. So I'm going to share a little bit more. Got lovers. Nice. So current energy. I know a lot of you come to me or connect with me to work in different ways, you know, whether it's helping you grow your business, get, you know, centered and strong around relationships and working through that and gaining, you know, intuitive guidance, but obviously, you know, the side of intuitive guidance, but also, you know, there's other support in terms of coaching or advisory that I also provide, and both with neurolinguistics, having done Gottman relationship work, and in addition to, you know, I think just, you know, my business background and things like that. So I'm a writer as well, and I'm going to be pushing probably more that out to help support people, but I want it to be about you and your story and your narrative and where you feel that you need the most support and the most guidance. You know, so it might be something like Ask Jamie, and you know, we kind of deliver that. So if you're interested or sounds something that you'd be interested in, it would be more a write-up, and yeah, I'd be happy to. I just love your feedback on what you think about that. Anyway, so the lovers, current energy, what's crossing this? Let's take a peek. It seemed like someone, it said he has something to say. You have the Judgment and the Moon energy challenging this. So a decision that someone may not be sharing right now. Influence, Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Past impacting the present. We've got the Six of Swords. What's on the mind? Four of Cups. Someone's a bit disconnected here, but we'll dive in more. Near future. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like someone's winning something here. Kind of like, not The Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune. That's what it felt like when I pulled that out. Your power in this situation. The Three of Pentacles. Someone's coming to work with you, Pisces, or you're working with someone. What's going on around you? We've got the Four of Swords. I feel you, friend. Okay. Hopes and fears. Page of Pentacles. And potential outcome. And then we've got the Star energy. Okay. Let's just see. On the bottom, the Hermit. Okay. Pisces, so right now there is something here either about a choice in direction or a choice in partnership that is coming in right now. Maybe you're questioning or wondering, you know, where this is going, this dynamic is going, or what decision someone's making. It's like you're waiting on something or waiting to make a decision on something. But whatever it is, it feels like someone's holding back a little bit. And again, you're waiting to hear, or is there something more that you should know? Maybe some of you are going to find out something, okay? Or have found out something. I'm going to go further. Because, you know, maybe someone has been... I don't know why this is coming in. I just got to share the energy. It's never the same, as you can appreciate. And I've got to share what's coming on in. Maybe there's somebody or something here that is paying a bit of attention to something on the home front. Maybe someone is curious and interested in growing something, in being interested in something. There feels like there's a bit of a younger energy around that could be challenging the home front, okay? And maybe this is the person that's not sharing their emotions. Maybe this is someone that is not seeing things for what they truly are, and the impact things may have on the home front. But what this seems to be about, as the past is impacting today, you do have the Six of Swords. So this could be about direction or finding a place of peace and having moved a certain place or a certain path, and where it was you making the choice to move on from something. It's like you've learned something here and you've accepted it and you've moved on. But it could be, as part of this lesson, you're revisiting something else, a part of this equation or a part of this situation. Because the Four of Cups is also feeling not so connected. So maybe you're dealing with someone, or you're thinking about someone. Why are they so disconnected from this? Why don't they understand what's with their feelings around this? Like, there's some question mark about something to do with feelings and connection here that feels a little bit distant, is what it feels like. I feel like there's been a significant change somewhere, but it seems the change was some time ago. But you know how there's like that ricochet effect that can happen, you know, months later, years later, where, you know, a dynamic or the family dynamic or something has changed along the way. And maybe someone's expressing some interest here that you weren't, you know, someone from your past or a younger child. Yeah, I feel like someone's revisiting you, but they're younger to you, whoever this is or whatever this is about, or this is relationally about. This could be someone who's been at a distance, or who moved away, or you moved away. There's something here, but initially there was some dissonance around this situation, or that's what you're thinking, why are they behaving or acting a certain way, when you felt like there was this connection that you maybe once had as well. I feel like this is going to be a little bit different for all of you, but it's interesting because family's been coming up a lot for you guys lately, or around the home front, or around the changes around the home front. Because in the near future, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. So I do feel like you're kind of locked in, or you've chosen to lock in to something, or will lock into something. If this is not you, this is someone else coming towards you and kind of saying, you know, keep planning, keep heading in that direction of that thing that you want to achieve. I feel like someone's going to meet you there. That's what this feels like. Someone's going to meet you there. Whatever that thing is that you're pursuing or wanting to invest in, I feel you're going to be met there. And this comes through with the power in the situation with this Three of Pentacles, which very channeling through on this is that someone wants to also work with you. Someone perhaps is kind of saying, hey, let's work this together. Let's figure this out. Because I do feel like someone is hurt here, and that's where they could be shutting off their feelings or emotions. But it also could be like saying, you know what, Pisces, take a bit of rest and take a bit of time out for yourself as well, through this. Because I feel like maybe you are questioning what someone's thinking. Maybe you are questioning your own emotions. Maybe you're feeling like, wondering, okay, well, if they're not showing up or feeling this or feeling that or expressing this or expressing that, what does this mean? And maybe you're making decisions and calculations based on that. And I feel sometimes we can get caught in that narrative that can actually challenge us in a way that doesn't help the situation. Then everyone withdraws, everyone is looked at as they don't care or whatever. And then it just breaks things down based on thoughts or what we think someone is thinking or feeling. I mean, we can all do that sometimes, right? Depending on, you know, what space we're in at the time. But I feel like, as I said, you know, a part of it is, what if you gave yourself a little bit of space and time to take care of yourself and get to a place where you're feeling good about you? And, you know, sometimes it's just calming our nervous system, right? Especially if things have been go, go, go. Because if you looked at your readings in the last week, there's been a lot of different challenges that you're working through. Some may be major, some may be not as major, but there's these challenging moments, I think, of who you are, of direction, of how other people are showing up in your life. And, you know, it's everyday stuff, but they're things that sometimes we've got to make choices, or things we've got to confront, or things we've got to let go, whatever that may be. And I feel like there's a lot of that going on right now. It's busy, you know, and it's okay to take a bit of time out for you. You know, a little bit of time sometimes is the best thing you can do. Because the Page of Pentacles, hopes and fears, I feel like you're really, again, hoping that someone comes forward and says, hey, how do we work on this? How do we continue to work on this? I care, you care, you know, this situation matters. So how do we work with this? I feel like someone, is trying to give a little bit of an olive branch right now around a situation. Maybe this is you, maybe this is them, but I feel like because it's in your hope and fears that they're going to show up that way. And you do have the Star card kind of as part of your outcome, wanting to work with you. This is your hopes, your dreams, where you're aspiring things to come out. But a part of that could be taking a bit of a break or pulling back. Let's get a little bit more on this star energy and where this is going. We've got the Queen of Cups. So this is, again, your energy got Aquarian energy, which is Aquarian season we're getting into. And then you have the Queen of Cups, which is your energy, Pisces, which is talking about a lot around your emotions and being emotionally sound, is being understanding, and maybe a different approach is what allows things to connect. What's the advice here for Pisces? What's the advice here for Pisces about the situation? Justice. Yeah, so something about balance. What else do we need to know about this justice energy? Thank you, Spirit. Five of Swords. So there's some conflict here around making something okay after, or making something okay after conflict. That's what this seems. There's been some conflict, and again, you're trying to get to a place of peace or a place of harmony or a place of balance. Some of you may operate differently. Justice energy is Libran energy, but it's also between the mind and the heart. Okay, someone could be very logical and you're more emotional, or are more emotionally connected. It doesn't mean just because you're emotional that something is off the Richter, because the Queen of Cups is someone who's emotionally, connected, maybe a little bit more sound with their emotions. But it just feels like there's some hope here that you can get through, gain clarity after some conflict around something. What else do we need to know in terms of this outcome and the advice, please, Spirit? Got the Ten of Cups and the Page of Wands. I think you're going to get some good news that comes through here from somebody. This is wonderful. Like, there's some good news coming in. Someone wants to talk, someone wants to share something, and I feel like whatever this is about, it's all to get you to the right place. You know what I mean? It's all to get you to the right place, even though it may not seem like it now, even though there may be challenging information or information you're not aware of, or don't understand how someone doesn't understand someone's feelings or emotions connected to it, or how someone shuts off. Whew, it's a lot to take on. So let's get you a piece of advice here in terms of the angel energy daily guidance. I'm going to pull two cards. So you've got card A and card B. If you have a question, either A or B. And B has two that are coming through together. So A or B. And go with your gut, whatever's first come in. Doesn't matter if there's two there or not. Just take your gut. Take your gut. A or B. Let's go with A. First, child. You care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. That's quite beautiful. Interestingly, for those of you, if it's not children related, I feel this is more about your inner self, and this is the care that you need right now, or to give yourself. I feel like some of you just need a bit of soothing to calm your system, even though, it may not feel diabolical, but if you're in go mode, you're constantly questioning things, you could be feeling a bit in a survival mode right now, and this is a good thing. In terms of B, if you chose B, focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need, but your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. So this is kind of saying, like, keep going in that direction, you will be supported. And then you're also be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus upon only your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angel wings. So I think for some of you, if you have been looking at a shift or change in your direction in life, in terms of the things that you do on a daily basis, or the desire of something you want to do on a daily basis that may be a little bit outside your realm, or maybe you feel it's a little bit, I feel like this is Spirit saying you're supported. For some of you, there's a bit more focus on child or your own inner self right now, or children. And then some of you, this is about maybe going a bit of a different direction. Maybe some of you want to go in a bit more healing work. Maybe some of you want to do something that's a little bit different than what you've been doing in the norm. And it's kind of also saying, like, if that's something that you want to do, you're supported in it. So I just want to let you know that, Pisces. I'll leave that with you, my dear friend.